Welcome, everybody. Can y'all believe this is our last meeting for 2023? We can have them next week. Rotarian of the day. You're on.
All right. Let's open with a word of prayer. Good to see everybody here today. Father, thank you, Lord, for bringing us each here today. Thank you for the beauty of the day, the nice weather, the cool temps, the beautiful sunshine. We thank you for this group to come together. I pray that we would benefit from one another, that we would be iron sharpening iron, that we would learn from one another, be patient with one another. And I pray, God, that ultimately all things would work together for your good, for this community. And we thank you for the food that's been provided for us today. We pray that you bless that to our bodies and all that we do here. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. All right, join me in the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic for which it stands, one nation. And say with me, please, the four-way test of the things we think, say, and do. Number one, is it true? Second, is it fair to observe? Third, will it be? And fourth, will it be? And fifth,
is it fun?
No.
I think this year's been fun. What do y'all think? We had some Rotarians have fun this week, wrapping presents and delivering food. Okay, don't forget to silence your cell phones. Remember the blue buckets on the table. Goal is $25 per Rotarian. We've almost hit our goal. So if you got some extra change or dollars, throw them in the bucket. Let's see. Guest and raffle. I need a volunteer for guest and raffle this week. Jennifer's going to volunteer for us.
Yes. What is you as a guest? Is that the only? Would you like to introduce your guest? Sorry, I text my food. Sorry. I'm loving Marilyn here.
Hi, Marilyn.
That's come to enough Rotary. Eventually, I think we're just going to name her an honorary member. Any others? No? All right, John. No pressure.
No pressure. That'd be good.
Yeah. Last three digits, 389.
389.
You got that one.
All right.
Jeff
All right.
Gray.
All right, come on up, Jeff. Come on up, Poppy.
All right. Let's see what we got. You want that?
Yeah, just to confirm y'all aren't cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go.
Oh.
Sorry about this.
Oh, here's your 10.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'll get your money.
I'll take that to use.
That's right. You can buy 5 more
All
tickets.
right. Thank you, Jennifer. Okay. Do we have any prayer requests?
I talked to Jimmy, and Jimmy is doing better. His doctor actually released him yesterday, put weight back on his leg.
Oh, wow.
But Ainsley broke her arm and had to have surgery Monday.
Oh, no.
Put a plate back, he broke the plate, arm, everything. So had to put a plate back in and do a home graft. Now Jimmy's looking after her.
Okay, we most certainly will. Any other prayer requests? No? Okay. Community announcements. Christmas at the mansion is still going on. Lockerly and Lights. Are you sold out this week?
Okay, so for Saturday night, I'm sold out for the 6 o'clock time slot, and I have very limited tickets left for the 7:30. But I'm actually standing up because I need your help. We canceled on December 2nd because of the forecasted weather that did not happen. Rescheduled it for this coming Sunday, the 17th, and I need like 4 more volunteers to work on Sunday evening. If any of you are available, I've got you down. Thank you, Kristen. Yeah, all of our college students are awesome, but they're in finals, and as soon as finals are over, they get kicked out of the dorm. So I have my normal part-time crew is unavailable. So if you would like to work from basically 5 to 9 on Sunday evening, see me after. Thanks very much. I'll bring my dog. Or child labor.
Yes. All right. Christmas Cove on Lake Sinclair. I think I'm gonna try to do that this year. What else is going on in the community we need to know about? Anything else?
Just want to say, thank you to the Rotary Club for sponsoring, our families for Thanksgiving, 75 families were able to have a Thanksgiving meal, thanks to the generous, donation, and of course, volunteer was, but on behalf of our family, thank you so much.
Thank you. And ooh, there's Wendell.
Hey.
Happy dollars.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You want to?
You ready now?
You sure?
Oh, okay, all right.
We'll make it quick so you can eat. How about that?
All right, let's see here, what we got? Man, we got a lot to be thankful for, I can tell you that. And I want everybody to get some dollars out and thank everybody. So, let's see what I got. What's my little thing out there? Oh, there we go, good.
Need a bigger
If
one.
anybody's got anything good going on, let me know about it, okay? Let us all know about it, all right? Good, Carla. And we are glad to have you back. Tell us what we got.
Well, first of all, I want to say,
Thank you.
but I want to say, in March, going on the deathbed. And some of you guys wrote to me, all of you guys prayed, you supported Eric. And today, he was out dancing the other day. And today, all of my labs are normal. They don't call it remission because you can come back and I'm still on ongoing injection and stuff like that. But I know, I mean, Noreen, she would just say, no, you ain't gonna die. No. Jennifer, Karen wrote to me, she sent me cards. Halsey, Kristen.
I danced.
She danced. Kyle, he contributed to the Rotary. And I know I'm forgetting people. I mean, it's just amazing. And I didn't expect to be alive, really. And I really didn't. Remember your mom, and you were up there coming to mom? I don't have enough money. But I want everything, all your prayers. And I think that we don't give prayer and positive mindful thoughts enough time when things are even good, just regular. So thank you so much.
After that one, Carla, thank you for sharing that with us. You all may remember my assistant men's basketball coach, probably 6-8 months ago, their daughter was given a death sentence as well, 7 years old, and had an inoperable brain tumor. And ended up, finding at St. Jude's. And I saw him the other night, he said, he pulled his eyes, said, my word's got cancer, she's in cancer-free remission, so God is good, okay, yeah. Yeah. Yes, it's great news, absolutely. Who else got something good today? I know that's hard to top, all right? But thank you all for sharing that with us, thank you. Yes, Mr. Retired Man.
Almost, but most important thing is we have our first grandchild due in June 1st,
Yes.
and I'll retire at the end of this month.
Yeah. Yeah, who else got something? Tom, what we got? Yes, you got that right, so what else we got? Thank you. Yes, sir, call us, yes, what else? Anything? Bobby?
Well, it's 10 for, I don't know where I start. It's been a good year for our business. Got a good set of employees now. Start off this morning going to a little Christmas play with my 2 grandkids and got to see them and kind of got me out of the funk that I was in this morning and started my day off good.
Yes.
We got to the office, had 5 people requesting raffle tickets, so that was even better. So, in Christmas, and we got a grandbaby that's due December the 20th.
Wow.
It's good, bro.
Life is good,
Good.
yes, thank you, yeah. Who else got anything positive to add to it today? Yes.
My happy dollars are for our guest, Mr. Humphreys, because he's gonna take care of our company Christmas party tomorrow night. We're super excited for his prime rib.
Fantastic, look forward to it, yeah, thank you, yeah. Who else? That's his mother, yes.
This is for Carla.
Yes, and thank you. I think it's just wonderful hearing about all the love that was bestowed on her, and what a great community we live in, great people we have. Thank you so much. Yes. So, yes.
It's for Wendell, who sponsored Education Day for all of our schools in Baldwin County, GMC, JMA, and the Baldwin County School District, and they had a ball. So thank you for making that happen for our students.
For making that happen.
Appreciate
Thank you
that.
so much. Close to 3,000 students out there, and I always say this, the first time I ever went to a college campus, I grew up in a town out of college. We went there for the symphony, and I believe about the 3rd grade. I just remember how awesome it was, and from that time on, I just really wanted to be on a college campus. So that early exposure, it really makes a difference. So yeah, so thank you. Anything else? Man, we appreciate it. Thank you, Carl, for sharing that with us today. We're so glad for that great report, and just thank you for what it means to have friends and fellowship, and it really means a lot. So the next time somebody's down or tomorrow morning, when you get up, you think about somebody, give them a call. Well, you never know what the difference it's going to make. She just told you it does. So great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great job.
That was great. Thank y'all so much. Let's see. Club business. Okay, we do have some club business today. 2 things. It's time for nominations for the next board year. So the past presidents have met, they put in their nominations. So we have a nomination for President-elect Tamara Saragusa. We have a nomination for President-elect nominee, which is Frederick Ellington. We have a nomination for Secretary of Jay Woocher. And then we are in still need of a nomination for program chair. So if there's anyone interested in maybe program chair, to me, that's a fun position to do. But so I'm opening the floors for nominations of program chair. I hear crickets. Anybody interested in possibly program chair?
Can you tell us a little bit about what a program chair does?
Yes.
Those of us who may not know.
Good idea. Okay, so program chair is the person who schedules the weekly meetings, the speakers for the weekly meetings. So we sit down, we kind of plan out our year, look at what's going on, look at what the Rotary focus is that month. And we just send a follow-up email to remind them that they're coming. We get their bio, and then we create a slide. And typically, there's set people that speak every year on certain topics, and then we fill in the holes. And there's always plenty of people willing to speak to Rotary. So, anybody interested? If not, y'all are gonna make me pick somebody.
I'll say, as someone who's done it, it's probably one of the easiest jobs. It seems like it's daunting with the number of programs, but it really runs itself. You get so many people wanting to speak, and then you add that in with all the regulars who are there. It's not that much work.
Yeah, and it would start July 1st.
Can I nominate Stephanie Johnson?
Stephanie, you have been nominated.
That move that the nominations be closed.
Can you accept the nomination, Stephanie? All right, so nominations are closed. And we need to just vote on these nominations. So all in favor of the slate of officers I just mentioned, aye. Any noes, nays? No nays? All right. Congratulations, everybody. So Tamara is our new president-elect. Frederick, who is on a cruise, I'm so jealous, will be Tamara's president-elect. Stephanie, thank you for accepting programs, and Jay, thank you for accepting secretary. All right, good. Now, next slate of business, raffle tickets. So Tamara, Keith, and Bobby are going to talk to y'all for a minute about raffle tickets.
I got nominated to talk. So I don't know what the business is. But this is our one and only fundraiser for the year, and everybody's done a good job of getting the tickets sold and getting everything. Everybody's been working really hard and behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, trying to get everything done. I think we were kind of looking at going through the list, and we've got 39 tickets left that have been unsold. We've got to get
I got 5 and I had sold it. I got 2 of them, I think, got some.
You'll sell those tickets.
You got the other.
Yeah. But we just need to get these tickets sold. I need, and I'm willing to take a couple of them. I've got 90 something sitting on my, that I've sold so far. So, I'll take a couple more, and I'll continue to sell. But we just need to make sure we get all these 1,000 tickets sold. We were asking today if you'll pick up 1 ticket, 1 ticket, 2 tickets, and let's just try to get these distributed out and get these sold. And make sure we get we said we're going to do is sell all 1,000 tickets, so we'll have a problem, having a ticket pulled and not a ticket sold for that number for that week.
I will interject that those 39, we need to give them to people. Okay, so these are the members that are in here. We need to distribute those today, those 39, because we're going to get some back. And we may get some of those 39 back. So Karen's taking those 4. She may bring back those, 1 of them or something like that. But we need to get them out and get them to people. So please raise your hand and say, hey, I can have 5, or hey, I can have 3, or something like that, so that we can get them out. Because I promise you, there's going to be more that will come back. So.
And all thing you do is go through. I'm telling you, if you'll go through, I put another post on Facebook yesterday. And that's where the 5 came in this morning. I had people on Facebook friends just called and said, I sold 5 just this morning on Facebook. And I know me and Keith had a former member sitting. We sit at that table right there. And she said I couldn't sell the tickets. And I said, why can't you sell your tickets? And I said, pull up your contact list. She pulled a contact list, and she sold 10 tickets sitting in Rotary before we left. So
At the
she-
beginning of the meeting, she said she was gonna turn hers back in.
Yeah.
She sold them while she was sitting there on her phone.
Yeah, so I mean, just add, just to ask people, say, and, just send out and say, you would just like a ticket or what, and, make it, where, I'll make it where it's it is a desirable ticket, it's a good prize. I mean, I saw one of my customers yesterday, she said, I don't know anything about this, and when I gave her the prize, they said, wow, she said, hold on for a minute, so she bought another ticket. So I want 2 of these tickets, so I mean, just kind of stick in the prize list on Facebook or email it to friends or whatever. I had one customer this morning email me. He gives it as a Christmas gift every year. So I said, he wanted to make sure he had the prize list so he could put it in. He wraps it up, gives a ticket with the prize list.
So that brings you down, what, 33? Okay. There's 33 more tickets.
You more takers? Anybody?
Kristen, 2? Or how many?
One.
Anybody else? 2 for Kyle. 2 for Katie, right? Carla. 1 for Carla. All right, we're getting down there. So that's what? I've lost count. Where are we at? We're under 30. This is gonna be my year to win something. I feel it.
I have told a lot of people that. I found a lot.
Tyler Reynolds in my office won a week or 2 ago. What'd you win? Cool.
It's only cost me about 12, 13.
On a spa package.
A spa package? I'd like.
Ticket nobody wanted last year, just 001.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yes.
I bet you kept that this year, didn't you?
That's what I did with mine.
You kept.
Call it.
Any more takers?
Anybody else want tickets?
So does anybody have any tickets that y'all are gonna have to turn back in? That's important to know too.
I may. Seriously.
I have faith in you.
Hey, I can't buy them all, $40.
Give them to Jennifer. She'll sell them.
She's had a hard time.
Oh, has she? All right. Well, let's move on to our program. We still have tickets. If you rethink and you want some before you leave, please see Tamara today. So Tamara's busy handing out tickets. So I'll introduce our guest today. Jim Humphreys. He is in charge of Cafe Central, and he does some catering along the way as well, has done some catering for us at some events. And so I'm gonna let you get up and talk to us about Cafe Central.
Well, I'll probably cut here.
Yeah, no, we can stay where we are. I'll cut it.
You see me at the driver's license place. That's real fun. Thank you for the opportunity once again. And almost wanted kind of like a little joke, the State of the Union of Cafe Central. I think it was around this time last year I had the opportunity to come speak to you guys. But first off, I want to thank you for your help Tuesday and kind of let you know what you guys were part of. On Tuesday, we did our Christmas meal. It's our last meal of the year. I don't do a traditional one just because I don't like doing traditional Christmas meals. But our meal that day was fried chicken, a baked sweet potato, collard greens, carrots, a biscuit, and then you had dessert. We did a total of 660 plates in 2 hours. Thanks to your help, the Sheriff's Department and the Milledgeville Police Department were able to receive meals that day that they had no idea were coming to them. And so we got several thank you calls, or at least I know I have, and And Ann Bowen, our director, has as well, from the different police officers we know, thanking us for that. And so that would not have been possible if it wasn't for you guys, and thank you. And just to kind of let you know, to give you an idea of what those 660 plates looks like, that breaks down to 500 pounds of chicken, 45 pounds of flour and seasoning, 170 pounds of collard greens, 180 pounds of carrots, 200 pounds of potatoes, and 660 biscuits. Just to give you an idea of what went through that. And we are, if you are not aware of Cafe Central, we are 100% donation based. There's another group here in Milledgeville called Learning and Retirement that I've had the privilege of being able to cook for. They decided to raise some money for us. And actually Saturday night, when I get a chance to talk with them, out of the $1,500 that our meal cost on Tuesday, they actually raised $900 for us. So we got to serve a pretty decent meal for almost next to nothing. Most of you that I do know, you're all in the business world. So I'm going to kind of throw numbers at you because that's what we generally respond to a little bit better. This year, we're on course to have served over 19,000 meals. That's every Tuesday for 46 weeks out of the year during a 2-hour time span. That's it. Through there, I got talking with Jeff Simmons, who along with Ann Bowen started this 15 years ago. And we were discussing at that point in time, if they could keep their cost per plate under $2 a plate, they were happy. A lot of times they couldn't even get it to the $2 a plate. And looking at it last year, with the amount that we spent on food, we were able to keep it at $1.73 a plate. Yes, I don't, I have a nickname that I can't necessarily repeat a little bit with Cafe Central, but I've been known to squeeze George until he turns purple before I let him go. Nothing that we cook goes to waste whatsoever. If there's anything left over, it goes right into my freezer because it can go in soup. And we will do that as well. So why do we exist? Well, out of the 43,635 estimated people that live in Baldwin County, 24.4% of them are below the poverty rate. Now that number has actually dropped by 5% in the last year and a half. But I'm gonna tell you those numbers are skewed because they don't also throw in any kind of assistance that has been given to people over the last several years. Even if that number was 100% correct, out of that 43,000, that means there's 10,646 that are living below the poverty level. Just to throw a few numbers out at you, I spend lots of time looking at numbers, and if you've ever wanted to know, that's what a chef spends more time doing is numbers than we actually do anything else. The median cost in Baldwin County with a mortgage for a family of 4 is $1,330 a month. The average medium rent in Baldwin County is $832. So if you look at these and you take these into consideration, now that's a lot of money, and the median per capita income in Baldwin County is only $31,000 a year. That's pre-tax. So you can see where I can say the numbers might be a little skewed when you start looking at it. Are there as many homeless people in Baldwin County as there were, let's say, 10 years ago? That depends on who you talk to and their definition of homeless. But I will state, I have seen out of the 30 plus true homeless people that I know in the last 10 years that were coming and seeing me every Tuesday, there's only 2 of them that are still alive through there. What we are seeing a lot more of are people like me who actually fall through the cracks. Technically, and it is by my choice, so I can serve God in the way that I serve him, but my wife and I are below the poverty line. But we make just enough to where we can't afford insurance. We can't go and get any kind of federal assistance. And those are the people really that we're trying to focus now with Cafe Central to get to, because here again, $800 a month for rent, and we all know there's a lot of houses for rent in Baldwin County. That's a lot of money. I will give this to the federal government. And I found these numbers. Hold on, I got to look at this because this is a long title. These numbers came from the Georgia Department of Community Health Office of Health Planning, and they are based off the federal poverty guidelines. Here again, I'm basing this off of a family of 4. Now, when they say a family of 4, that's 4 people in the household. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a mom and dad and 2 kids. It could be a mom, 3 kids. It could be a grandma and 3 kids. In 2021, they said you had to make $33,125 a year for that family of 4 to qualify as being below the poverty level. They have increased that into 2023 to $37,000. But here again, if your per capita income is only $31,000 and somewhere we're $6,000 short. For the schools, I know the percentage of children in Baldwin County under the poverty level is 30% through there. That's a lot of people. And we don't, the first time I got to talk to you guys about 4 years ago, I introduced 2 terms that you may or may not be aware of. One was a food desert. And a food desert is actually any organization that does not have access to healthy food within 5 miles of where they live. Baldwin County will never qualify for that thanks to 441, because every grocery store is on 441 and they're all within 5 miles, and it encompasses. Now, what we do have is food insecurity. And those are folks who have to make a decision every month. Am I going to pay my car insurance? Am I going to go to the grocery store? I almost went out and bought $100 worth of groceries just to put a small bag up here so you guys could see, but you've all been to the grocery store. You know, $100 this year doesn't buy what it bought last year. So where does Cafe Central go from here? Well, part of the reason why I reached out and asked for you guys to help us make deliveries, a lot of the reason some of those folks that we can't get to is because they can't get to us. And so we actually do make deliveries every week. We have people that come in. I have a deacon from Flag Chapel that comes in and picks up 43 trays for all the shut-ins of his church. I have my food rep who I actually buy food from. He comes in and volunteers his lunch hour every Tuesday and takes 45 trays out to the community for folks that can't get to us. We take 10 trays to the cancer center just so that they can have a fresh hot meal while they're sitting there. So one of my challenges to you, go to your churches, find out how many shut-ins you have. Meals on Wheels is great. Not everybody has $2.50 a day to pay for a meal. If we could turn around and take that burden off one day out of the week, and if you guys are willing to actually come by and pick them up, we have them ready at 11 o'clock in the morning. You could pick them up, take them out, and there's your service for the week, just to going and delivering a few trays. So I throw that out as a challenge. Another challenge that we're running into, how do we communicate with our clientele? We used to post our menus on Facebook every week religiously. I kind of stopped doing that because I wanted to see who was paying attention, who wasn't. And talking to our clientele, over 70% of them don't have Facebook. So it does me no good to advertise a hot meal on Facebook. As business owners and people in the community, how can we reach out to them? Our newspaper is still effective. Our public service announcements on radio stations effective. We're all volunteers working with Cafe Central. We don't have a lot of knowledge in some of these areas. And so that's why I like coming and speaking with folks like you, because you do, and you can help us with that knowledge. I also won't lie, we can use money. I know you hear that from everybody. Excuse me, but we can. We're averaging right now $833 a week for a meal. In my lovely math, if I broke that down, if I got 50 individuals to give me $80 a month, that covers $3,333 a month if my math is right, and that covers us for the whole, the whole year or the whole month out of that. And then in turn, if we had that every month, and that doesn't necessarily have to come from an individual. Here again, whatever church you belong to, go and talk to your church. I'm gonna be real honest with you. The Lord talked to me about this a long time ago and hit me in the back of the head of it, because one Tuesday after doing fried chicken, I was dead tired. And I was like, Lord, if the churches were doing what they were supposed to, I wouldn't have to be here. And he kind of said, well, maybe you're here because I want the churches to come through you. Okay. But either way, if we would step up as a God-fearing community and do what the church is called to do and taking care of it, we wouldn't have to worry about the 10,000 people because we'd be taking care of them. I won't get on my soapbox. Sorry about that, but that's just honestly from my heart and how I feel about it. I'm not going to stand up here because I'll get really nerdy and start talking about a whole lot of numbers. I appreciate the opportunity that you guys give me. I appreciate the support that you guys have given me. I've seen a lot of you, not only on just a service day, but I've seen a lot of you come by, talk to me, thank me, and I appreciate that. I was talking with Tamara. My wife and I sat down last night and figured this out. I am starting my 12th full year with Cafe Central, and in that time span, well, if our math is correct, I've had the opportunity to be a part of 240,000 meals. I would like it one day, in all honesty, if Baldwin County got to the point where we don't need Cafe Central. That'd be beautiful if we actually didn't need it. But that being said, if anybody has any questions, I'd love to answer them. If not, I thank you for the opportunity as well. Yes, ma'am.
What's the name, Cafe Central?
Literally, I do believe it came from originally, we were out of Church Central and we were renting the building right next door. And that gentleman, that's where it kind of came from. And the gentleman that had that building decided to make a business decision and asked us to leave so he could rent it to somebody else. Freedom Church opened up their doors and said, come in. And we've been very fortunate to be there ever since.
Another question.
Go ahead.
Do I have to wait until Super Bowl Sunday to get some wings?
So, thank you. Yes, we are. I was waiting till the beginning of the year, but since you brought it up, I will throw that out. We used to do a big annual fundraiser. And we get about 350 people to come in. We give you a great song and dance and ask for a check at the end of the night. We're not going to get 350 people to get together anymore. That's just not going to happen. And for a lot of folks, in all honesty, they don't like giving unless they feel like they get something in return. So one of the things that we decided to do was let's do a chicken wing fundraiser. You guys helped with that. It did go over very well, enough for the fact that the board actually looked at me and said, will you do one again for Super Bowl Sunday? Sure. So we are going to do that again, and I will start putting that information out, at the beginning of the year through there. Please tell your friends and please buy wings. I know there's plenty of other wing places in Milledgeville, but the 100% of the profits that we get will go towards Cafe Central. My goal personally is I would like to cook 15,000 wings that day. I know that sounds like a lot, but hey, I appreciate it. I'll tell you the secret to those afterwards. But yes, ma'am.
Tell us about, you and I were discussing introduction of kettle corn.
Yes. Okay. So for me to make money, I opened up my own catering business officially this year. And one of the pieces of equipment that I will be purchasing in the next couple of weeks is a kettle corn machine. And so part of that is for me to go out in the community, other communities sell kettle corn, pig skins, make a little bit of money for myself. However, I'm also aware that there are several community events that will be going around, so I will not have a problem whatsoever with leasing that piece of equipment out, which will usually probably just be, can we use it? Sure, let me show you how to use it kind of deal. Hopefully that will be here by March. It will theoretically, from everything I've looked at it, I'm getting 160 quart pots, so I apparently can cook 15 pounds at a time. It takes about 5 minutes to do each one. I already have recipes for plain caramel corn, of course, and then a candy apple kettle corn, which is just a green apple and the caramel, you mix them together. But anyhow, if that's something that's interesting to somebody, if you need that or want to borrow that, I know we've already talked about Lockerly and Lights next winter with that. Anyway, going twice.
Any more questions? Well, let's give Jim a round of hand. 12 years. He works every Monday and Tuesday for 12 years to feed people as a volunteer. So that's terrific.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. So wrapping up today, thank you for everyone who's agreed to serve on our board. Thank you for everyone who's participated in service projects. Yes.
Yeah, if you recall, that we would be doing 14th day Advent to the school district.
Yes.
Today is soap day.
Hand soap.
By the office. So if anybody remember to bring your soap, you have it out.
Okay, awesome. Hand soap. So, and it's not too late to pick up some if you need to. Anything else? Well, I think today was a great meeting, a great way to end the year. We saw how God's working in a lot of people's lives. And so thank y'all for coming. Enjoy the rest of your year.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah.